All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today for another very special impromptu show. Another show I really wish I didn't have to do, but when it comes to defending the honor of my woman and myself, I'm going to do what I have to do. So we've got a great show to present to you folks here today and to debunk some stuff that has transpired in the last maybe 12 to 24 hours or so. And we're going to get to all of that. Excuse me, my voice is a little hoarse. We're going to get to all of that here in just a little bit. I've been talking a lot. I've been doing a lot of shows. I should have probably taken the day off, but I got to keep going. Got some a great rest last night. I'm up early this morning. I'll probably take a little nap after this, but got to do what I got to do. But before we get to all of that, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube, and it looks like the back end of YouTube is rolling well. And let me make sure that the YouTube notification also has gone out, and it looks like it has. And let me do a sound check. Show to present to you folks here today and to debunk some stuff that has transpired in the last maybe 12 to 24 hours or so. And we're going to get to all of that. Excuse me, my voice is a little hoarse. We're going to get to all of that here in just a little bit. I've been talking a lot. I've been doing a lot of shows. All right. All is rolling well. Let me first off start off by clarifying that I don't really want to do shows like this. Last night, Don and I did a great members-only live stream. We had about 15 members on average on the members-only live. And it was a very, nice, intimate setting with our, great members that truly enjoy our content. We talked about overcoming depression and how it affects people, how it affects us, We got to engage with our great members, and it was just a wonderful show that we did. We were only on for about an hour and 20 minutes, but it was a great show. And if you'd like to catch that show, or any other future show, you're going to want to become a channel member. I would suggest getting the $9.99 membership because that includes the replays of our members-only live streams and possible future pre-recorded members-only videos. But if you just want to be a part of the live streams, you can get the $4.99 package that will only give you access to the members-only live streams while they are live. If you want to catch the replay of any show, including the one from last night, you will need to purchase the $9.99 package, which will get you, the live streams and the live stream replays and future possible pre-recorded members-only content. And it'll also get you members-only live chats whenever I go publicly live, but make the chat members only. If you want just that, you can go for the $2.99 package, but you might as well just go for the $9.99 package because that'll get you everything. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Raleigh? Yeah, we're still waiting for your 24-hour timeout from that fake TIFF account to expire. I got your email, man, and I did address this on the live stream last night. I don't know if you heard that, but my apologies once again. I haven't had a chance to get back to a bunch of emails. I'm trying to respond to people publicly here because it's easier. I just don't want you folks thinking that I'm not acknowledging you, but thank you so much. Yeah. I went to bed early last night. Don and I went to bed early last night. And I'm probably going to take a little nap after this. But after I saw more of what happened, I really felt the need to address it. There are some things that happened before the live stream I did yesterday afternoon that I didn't notice until afterwards because there was just so much going on, and I had to also prepare for the members only stream. And I'm going to address that today because lots of people have been talking about some particular things. And the way that people share screenshots and leave things out and only put out parts of the screenshots that they want makes it appear more damning, and it's taken way out of context. Hey, Money Mike, how you doing, bro? It's been a while. What's been going on, man? By the way, there's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out here on these in-studio streams. LifeWorks Drunk says these jokers playing games. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. So let's just get to it. The topic of this show is if you lie or take us out of context, I will defend Don's honor and mine. One more time. The topic is if you lie or take us out of context, I will defend Don's honor and mine. Good morning, Kelly Douglas. How are you doing? You're brand new here. You are brand new here. Let's see. Joined June 13th, 2024. So you're trolling Kelly Douglas. Brand new account. Should I ban you now, Kelly Douglas, or should I let you stay? Because people just don't create a new account on YouTube and come into a random chat just like that. But we'll wait to see what you do, Kelly Douglas. But I'm going to say you're a troll. But, until you do something ban-worthy, we'll let you stay. But I just want you to know how good my instinct and intuition is, Kelly Douglas sock account. Raleigh says hello to the sock account. Money Mike, I'm doing great. I might be getting rehired at a great job I used to work at. That's wonderful, bro. That's wonderful. Great to hear that. It's great to see you around, man. It's been a while. Haven't seen you around the YouTube streets for a while. I guess you needed a break also. You needed a YouTube detox, right? We all need that every now and then, right? Oh, boy. But yeah, if you lie or take us out of context, I will defend Don's honor and mine. And unfortunately, one more time, because something was taken way out of context that has affected my reputation and Don's, but more so mine. Unfortunately, I've got to talk about you one more time here today, Tiff. I do. I don't want to talk about you, but there are some things that I noticed you put out yesterday, a screenshot of our conversation, and you selectively put out one little portion of our conversation to try to make it appear like I was screwing you over. When the truth of the matter is, all I've been trying to do is be nice to you and help you. The entire conversation that you and I have had, Tiffany, offline, has been nothing but positive. So if you were to share more than just that one screenshot, it would show people that, oh, Eli's just being a nice dude. He's just trying to encourage you, be helpful. And you don't want to do that. You got to put the part of the messages that we've sent. You got to put the part that comes off the most damning and makes me look bad, right? And that's why I'm going to share what was said before and after the screenshot you put out there. And if you want to put out the rest of the conversation of that, feel free. But if you're going to do that, make sure you put out the actual part, because I actually have the same conversation on my end. And I'm not here to criticize you or attack you or anything. But if you're going to put out a screenshot that makes me come off like I've screwed you over when I've done nothing but been supportive, I'm going to defend myself and Don and our honor. All right. We should be back live. We should be back live. I had to dump the delay for a second because some copyrighted stuff popped up while I was trying to get to a certain page on YouTube. So my apologies for that. We should be back live. Let me just make sure that everything is still rolling smoothly here. It does show that we're offline for a second because whenever you dump the delay, you got to wait another 40 seconds for the stream to pop back up because that's, what allows you to dump anything you don't want to go out. So I'm just waiting for this to pop back up, and then we're going to continue. So give me just a second. Here we go. All right. We should be back live. I had to dump the delay for a second because... All right, we're good. We are now good. All right. So, Tiff, you put out a screenshot 17 hours ago, and here's what you wrote. You wrote, "Nothing fake here. No one is paying me." Oh, no, this is definitely not fake. This is not fake. But you just didn't put out the entire conversation because that would shed more context on what I actually meant by what you put out here. You're putting out the one part that makes me look really bad, but you didn't share what was said by either one of us before or afterwards to bring more context to this screenshot. You selectively shared a screenshot to try to paint me to look bad, Tiff, and I'm calling you out, and I don't care what you say. No one is paying me. I'm pissed. I've been played by this guy. It's affected my real life. Now, that's bullshit. It hasn't affected anything. Because here's the thing. Like I know your man. He has my number, and if he had an issue with anything, he'd call me. Don't try to BS me, Tiff. You're full of it. I'm calling you out now as a troll. You're a troll, Tiff. You are. Soft trolling or whatever. Right? You're a troll. That's it. It's the truth of the matter. But it's okay. You're a real troll. You're a real person. And I think you're much better than all this garbage. But I'm not going to sit here and be manipulated and be played like this. I'm not going to show this on the screen. I'm just going to read it. Okay. So, Harlan Shake, you've been banned here on many accounts. What do you want? You're a troll. What do you want? Anyway, so Tiff put out a screenshot, a selective screenshot, and she shared the part of our conversation where she said, "You caused massive problems claiming I'm flirting with JB to make Jamie mad with Jeff and I. Thank you for that. He has not flirted with me or vice versa." She goes, "Effing BS." And I wrote back and said, "Nope, that's not it." And then she goes, "It's not really." But you didn't share what was said by either one of us before or after that. You selectively put out a screenshot that you felt would make me look like a piece of crap in front of your audience or my audience or both, right? Because some of our audience crosses over, right? But I'm going to fill in the gap today, Tiff. I'm going to fill in the gap, and I'm going to share what was said before that. Because it's not fair for you to put this out there, and then you have all these people sharing this, calling me a piece of crap, when the truth of the matter is you're taking this out of context, right? So, again, I'm not going to show this. And if anyone, I wouldn't send this out to just anyone, but people that are important, like Granny's watching, keep that name in mind. Granny's watching Jess. She commented here. We'll get to the comments in a little bit. But Granny, if you or any other important person doesn't believe these screenshots exist, then let me know and I'll send them to you privately. I'm not going to put it out there publicly, Tiff. I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to let you play me and try to paint me as something that's not true, just for your entertainment trolling content. Okay? I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Okay? So let's lead into the part of our conversation, the conversation with Tiff and I, that led up to the screenshot she shared, and then I'll share what was said afterwards, okay? Give me a second here. So she goes, I spoke to JB for an hour before I went live. He got my number from someone. Well, that's not what he said. I believe he said, and other people said, that you gave him your number. But you're saying that he got your number from someone. So, JB, why don't you correct this? Did you get your number? Did you get Tiff's number from somebody else, or did she give it to you? Was texting me this morning about exposing silicone. He was pissed. I talked to him for an hour and had him in a place where he was willing to stop content. And I told you that that's not necessary. I told you none of what you were doing here was necessary. And I also told you I wanted nothing to do with JB Gunner, but you kept on pushing the issue. You didn't respect my wishes. And I still was nice to you, right? Stop silicone sponsored content. Partner with you. I don't want to partner with him. I never have since back in the days. But you kept trying to push it. Profit share on a shared channel. I'm not interested. What part of that didn't you understand? And potentially put a stop to most of this BS. You don't understand. When it comes to JB and other people that do this type of content, okay, it doesn't matter, what type of deals you try to make with them. If something's going to make them money, they're going to do it no matter what. That's what you don't get. Then she goes, he told me he wants you to make money and wanted to help. That's BS. You do not know JB Gunner as long as I have. Okay? And nothing wrong with you trying to help, but, the moment I said I'm not interested, you should have just backed off, but you kept pushing it. I told you like 3 or 4 times I'm not interested, and you kept pushing it. And then you brought JB on the panel to ambush me. Okay? And then you wrote here in your message, you weren't ambushed, Eli. And then you said, oh, Jamie is livid. I don't think Jamie was livid. And maybe you were trying to make him livid. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, all I've wanted to do is defend myself against all this garbage. I don't even care that people rebroadcast me or do content on me. What I care about is people taking me out of context or lying and trying to make myself and Don look bad. We're going to defend ourselves every time from this point on. I'll get to the chat in just a few here. So I wrote back to you, and I was being nice, and I wanted to think that you were not ambushing me. I wrote, I know you didn't ambush me. I know exactly what happened. I'll clear it up soon. Have a great day. Even though I felt ambushed, I was trying to be nice to you, and I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But now I have no doubt you were trying to ambush me. And here's where you wrote what you posted publicly. You caused massive problems claiming I'm flirting with JB to make Jamie mad with Jeff and I. Nope, not at all. This has nothing to do with Jeff. It has nothing to do with your man. And it has nothing to do with Jamie. This has to do with what you've said, what you put out there, what you tried to do. You tried to force the JB Gunner thing on me after I told you no like 15 times. He has not flirted with me or vice versa. Effing BS. Nope. That's not it is what I wrote, and it's not really. So I just shared again the part of the screenshot you shared, but the stuff I shared before was what led up to what you shared. Now, let's talk about what you said what we talked about right after what you shared, okay? What I wrote after you said it's not really, I wrote, I like both you and Jeff. I want you to both be happy. Why didn't you share that, Tiff? Because it doesn't suit your agenda of painting me as a horrible person? I wrote, I like both you and Jeff. I want you to both be happy. And then you said, how can you say that when I'm in my house communicating with him? WTF are you talking about? And then I wrote back, I said, I don't have a lot of time. I can briefly call you to explain if you'd like, because I don't have time to text all this. So I was willing to pick up the phone and call you like grown-ass adults do. Okay? Then you wrote, then why would you say shit like that knowing he watches? I'm not trying to get you in trouble with Jeff. I like Jeff, and I also I want to still like you, Tip, but you're making it very hard for me to like you. I don't dislike you, but at this point right now, I'm just not too thrilled with your behavior. I'm not. Okay? Hang on, let me get my headset on and call you quick. And then you said, I don't need you to explain. I know what he's saying to me. Have you spoken to him again? Nope, I haven't spoken to Jeff since that time. Okay? I'm not going to bug the guy. If the guy wants to call me, that's on him. He can call me whenever he wants if he wants. I'm not trying to encourage him to. And no one's trying to get you in trouble. No one's trying to do anything wrong to you. All I've ever said is that, you know what? He's a good dude. You seem to be a good person. I'm happy for the both of you. But you're spinning this way out of context because that's what your audience wants. It's garbage, Tiff. Garbage. Garbage. I'll get to the chat just a few, okay? Then you wrote, I'm about to get in the shower, Eli. I don't have time for this. That's cool, because it's garbage, Tiff. And you wrote, then I'm telling you what he said to me. So this is what I wrote back to her. I said, then just let it go and move on from it. I care about you and Jeff. Someone was saying that you are pretending to flirt with JB as an act. So this is what happened, Tiff, and you spun this way out of context, and you shared one little section of our conversation that was going to come off the most damning and incriminating to your audience, to paint me as a bad guy. And you expect me to sit back and just not defend myself and Dawn and both of our honor on this? Come on, Tiff, you do the same thing. Okay? And then I wrote back, that's all I responded to. I know you would never truly flirt with a nasty man like JB. And then she writes back and says, no way would I. Not even pretend. Okay, so why didn't you put this whole conversation out there? Why did you choose that one screenshot? Because all of this makes sense and exonerates me. And you wanted to paint me as the bad man, right? To play it up to your audience because most of the people don't like me, right? And then this is what I wrote to you. One final thing. I'm pulling for you and Jeff. Jeff is a great dude. I hope you realize what you have and cherish it. That's all. Ignore all of this stupid drama bullshit. I'm doing one final show on it, and then I'm done with all the drama from the Legion. And I truly am. And then you got back to me and you said, okay. And that's it. That's it. So my question to you, Tiff, is why didn't you put out the context before and after that screenshot you shared? I have no problem with you sharing the conversation. I don't care. I don't put out the private conversations. I have no problem with you doing it because I'm not going to say anything to anyone behind the scenes that I wouldn't publicly put out there myself. So my thing is, why put out a screenshot without the full context? You took it out of context because it looked bad. it looked worse than it actually was. Had you shared everything I just did before and after, then people would have enough context to say, oh, we understand what Eli is doing and saying. He's being really nice to you, Tiff. He cares about Jeff. He cares about you. He wishes you both the best. Nothing wrong with that. But no, you didn't want to put that out there. So now I got to defend myself, right? Now I got to defend myself. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read what's going on in the chat. Then I'm going to take a quick break because that took a lot out of me. It's like I got more to talk about. I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to read the comments from that community posting because Granny's Watching mentioned something there. Then I'm also going to read comments from the last stream Tiff did called Fake Instigated Drama Inc. Ponzi Scheme. So now I'm part of a Ponzi scheme, right? I don't get it. Like, all I want to do is help people. That's all I do. I use positive reinforcement to praise people and to motivate and inspire them to do better good in their relationships and business-wise. But now I'm creating fake instigated drama and I'm a Ponzi scheme, right? And you expect me to believe that, you have no involvement in this? You're allowed. You got JB Gunner modded in your chat. You've got Silicone modded in your chat. You communicate with JB privately, business-wise. I'm not accusing you of being unfaithful with JB. I know that's not happening, but you're communicating him business-wise, and you don't expect me to believe that you're intentionally creating your content that suits the narrative. I'm not buying this, Tiff. I'm not. I'm absolutely not buying it. I'm not going to sit here and be played by people that are on the payroll. And I'm not trying to accuse you of being on the payroll, but I wouldn't be surprised if you were. And if you're not and you're doing this for free, then holy smokes, these people are really pulling one on you. That's all I got to say. Okay? Let's see. Raleigh says, congrats, Mike. Raleigh furthermore says, we're trying not to talk about Tiffany, but she just won't stop. No, she won't. She won't stop because she's involved with these people. She's involved with Silicone. She's involved with JB, and they're all part of this. You brought this upon yourself, Tiff. Don't accuse me of talking about you when you keep putting stuff out about me that you probably really don't want to put out. You probably really don't want to put it out, but for some reason you have to, because that's what the audience that you have wants you to do. Money Mike, Life Works Drunk, thanks. The garden is looking good. I have a blackberry plant and 2 peach trees. That's awesome, dude. Pretty cool, Mike. I love peaches, says Life Works Drunk Raleigh. I can hear you and see you, says Raleigh. Okay, fantastic. Life Works Drunk says Tiffany has hate in her heart because she's in a failed marriage and she's just unhappy as an individual. I would love to see her get into a better place. She's not married, Raleigh. Maybe she was married in the past. I don't know her whole story, and I don't really want to get into it. But something is making her unhappy. She's unhappy about something. And I don't want to talk about that, Tip, but you keep talking about my life. You keep, taking things out of context regarding stuff about me. So I have no choice but to defend myself and my honor and my lady's honor as well, and defend her as well. So don't come back and get on me for just defending myself against stuff that you put out about me. Okay? She's not married to the guy. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. Money Mike says, if that really is Brian, it is creepy that a middle-aged man is using a woman's picture. Yeah, I put out that I'm not going to mention Brian anymore. I did say, yes, I still believe it's him. I'm just going to refer to Brian as Silicone from here on out. Lucy says, it seems suspect to me. Well, what seems suspect, Lucy? Be more specific. How are you doing, by the way? Harlem Shake, it seems sus to me. Blues Girl, hi Eli. Why is everyone in your chat trashing Tiff? Because you missed the first part of the show. The picture she shared was taken out of context. She didn't share what was said before and what was said after. And I just shared that. If you missed it, go back and check out the replay because the DVR rewind is turned off. If you're going to come here and white knight for Tiff when she's been playing myself and many other people, and I think she's working with the Silicones and JBs, then I don't know what to tell you, Blues Girl. I'm not trashing anyone. I'm defending myself, my honor, and Dawn's honor, and defending her as well. Like, Blues Girl, are you actually Tiffany? Are you a sock account of Tiffany? Raleigh says, good morning, Blues Girl. Harlem Shake, Tiff has demons. She is a, well, I don't know about all that. I don't want to talk about that. My Online 365, morning all. Hey, how you doing, My Online 365? Thank you for being on the members only stream last night and for your kind words. We had a great time last night. Blues Girl, Lucy, that is not what I'm seeing. Well, what are you seeing, Blues Girl? Because I'm getting close to removing you if you don't use your common sense and figure out what's going on. Because people that are not smart enough to figure out this BS, and if you're going to support people that are trashing Don and I, or taking these out of context, or trying to paint us as bad people, we don't want you here. So figure this out. I'm serious. Because I think Blues Girl is a Tiffany sock. That's what you sound like. You're a Tiffany sock account. Lucy says, doing great. It seems suspect with those she has modded and the things she's saying about you. Absolutely. I think, honestly, if I had to put it out there, I think she's on the payroll now. And she's trying to cover it up. That's the truth. That's the bottom line. You've got Silicone modded in your chat. You got Gunner modded in your chat. You tried to ambush me with Gunner. Okay? You put out a screenshot of our conversation to try to paint me as a bad guy when you didn't share the context before and after. That was very nice and would totally vindicate the situation. Everything you're doing, Tiff, you're trying to backhanded come at me because I think you're getting paid to do it. I think you're getting paid by Silicone. If you think Tiff is being paid by Silicone, put a 1 in the chat. I didn't want to believe this. I was suspecting this weeks ago, but I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. If you think that Tiff is being paid by Silicone to come at me and JB's involved in all this, put a 1 in the chat. Because she did mention her kid's birthday's coming and she needs the money. So do you not want to come off as selling out towards me to make money? Because it's become pretty obvious now. It's become pretty obvious now. And don't get all triggered and stuff. These are my opinions. I'm entitled to them just like you are. Blues is real, that's fine. Then fine. If Blues is not Tiffany, I apologize for that. I apologize. Lucy says, Blues, I think everyone is trying to understand why she is turning on Eli. We like Tiffany. Well, the thing is, I think she's taking money from Silicone because she needs money for her son. But if you're going to sell out like that, if you're going to sell me out like that, if you sell yourself out and then sell me out, Blues Girl, Lucy, that is not what I'm seeing. Then what are you seeing, Blues Girl? Use your common sense. Use your head. And what are you seeing? Money Mike, I have seen Blues Girl around. She is a granny mod, I think. Okay, Blues Girl, I don't think Tiffany can play guitar as good as me. Pristine, WTF, Blues is not Tiffany. Blues is real, says Caroline. I just got here and asked. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, Blues. Toe Jam, hi Eli, it sure is early. Yeah, good morning to you. Money Mike, Pristine, hey. There are one. Raleigh says one. My lady, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Babe, are you watching the show? Holy Moses. Hold on a second here. Give me a second. Wow. That that I love you, babe. Wow. Don, I'm like, that has to be my woman. There's no other respectfully, maturely, and professionally modded here. My own woman, I didn't even know she was watching. She's watching and then she put a 1 in. Oh, God. Don is in the house. Harlem Shake 1, Lucy 1. So everyone here is calling you a sellout, Tiff. You sold out. You sold out. And then let me be honest with you. I was going to call you out on this about a week ago, and you knew I was. And you were trying to still play me. But I don't think you really wanted to play me. I think you needed to protect your investment. It's really, honestly, at this point right now, it doesn't make any sense besides you caved. You took the money. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Just leave me out of it. Stop talking about me. Because if you keep talking about me, I'm going to keep calling you out. If you keep talking about me because you're being paid to do it, I'm going to keep calling you out every time. Every time. Christine, I've known Blues Girl longer than Tiffany. Oh, wonderful. Okay, Money Mike. Christine, I sent a social media invite to a former employer and got offered a job. I'm so excited. Cool. Oh my God, Mike, that's amazing. Congrats, says Pristine. Raleigh, LifeWorks Drunk says, well, Eli, she's too old to do the cam girl work, so she's going to have to take the money from those other people. Well, I mean, Raleigh, I know you're having fun. Don't get mad at that tip because you poke a little fun at people in the same way. Tiffany is very capable of making money otherwise. But if she sold out to Silicone Brian and then she's coming at me because of that, then you should be ashamed of yourself, Tiff. And if you're involved in this, Jeff, then you should be ashamed of yourself too. Honestly, I'd like to think that Jeff is not involved. Jeff is a stellar dude, in my opinion. He's made his money. He's a smart businessman. I don't think he would be involved in this garbage. But if he is, then I don't know what to say. But it's becoming more and more obvious that you sold out to Silicone. And look, I understand that a mama bear is going to do everything for their kid. But if you're going to sell me out, if you're going to exploit me, Tiffany, and then try to blame me for exploiting you, you tried to cover this up and you tried to say that I'm exploiting you and I'm creating issues in your home. No, that's bullshit. You're covering up the fact that you're being paid to exploit me. I'm not buying it. And I'm a lot smarter than you think, than most other people think. If you think that Tiffany's exploiting me, put a 1 in the chat. If you think she's exploiting me and then trying to use reverse psychology to make it appear like I'm doing it to her because she has to do it for money, put a 1 in the chat if you think she's exploiting me, okay? Christine, I'll be nice to her. I'm sorry about that. But she's coming at me and she's trying to defend Tiffany. And Tiffany's doing some really messed up stuff to myself and to Dawn. What you do to affect me, Tiffany, is affecting Dawn. If you really care about Dawn, when you're fucking with me and my money, you're fucking with Dawn too. You really are. And I'm not going to sit back and tolerate that garbage. Lucy, hey, Dawn, you look great last night. Dawn looked phenomenal last night. Man, Dawn was, whoa. Woo, man. Ooh-wee. And she's here supporting today. I'm like, wow. Oh, I love my woman. My woman is the most amazing woman I've ever met. Dawn is just, her and I are both unique. Her and I are like 2 peas in the pod. I know it sounds kind of goofy, but Harlem Shake says 1. Life Works Drunk says 1. Money Mike says 1. You sold me out, or you sold out and you exploited me. You sold out to Silicone and JB and all of them, and now you're exploiting me, and then you're trying to flip it to cover it up by saying I'm exploiting you. Get GTFOH. Come on. Tiffany is so manipulative. She can use the reverse, and I'll reverse it back on her. You're not, Tiffany, listen, I'm one guy you cannot play. I'm one guy you cannot play. And I'm going to give one other dude some credit. You can't play. Listen, as much as I'm not thrilled with James at all and don't want to talk about him, you can't play James either. Right? But you're not going to play me, Tiff. You're not going to play me. You're never going to play me. It's never going to work. You can use reverse, a million times reverse psychology, and I'll call you out on your crap every single time. Tia, I just came in. I didn't hear what happened. You're going to have to check out the replay, Tia. Sorry about that. How you doing, Tia? Thank you for being on the Members Only show last night. Money Mike, I think Tiff enjoys watching when she is being talked about, good or bad. Yeah, I think she does. I think she really does. It helps regulate her emotions, the highs and the lows, right? Okay. Pristine says, honestly, I don't believe Tiff is taking... Then you know what? You're really naive, Pristine. Taking money from anyone. She's just frustrated with everything happening right now, and Jeff getting brought up by. It doesn't matter. That's not the problem, Pristine. That's not the problem. Okay. You folks don't realize what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I'm not going to get into detail. Okay? What happens at her home is between her and her man. Okay? But if you think the Legion's the problem or I'm the problem, you're out of your mind. The problem with Tiff is within her and how she wants to handle her relationships. Okay? With anyone. This has nothing to do with Legion or myself. This has to do with how she decides to live her life. Right? You can offer a woman everything in the world, and she's still not going to be satisfied at times. And that's just somebody I would not want to deal with. Harlem Shake, Tiff took the shortcut to a quick payday. Yep. Caroline, she was very supportive of Dawn. It's very sad to come to this. I'm sorry, Caroline. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not here. Look, Caroline. I like you, and I don't want to sit here and come at anyone, but she's been coming at me unprovoked, and it hasn't been making sense. She's getting paid. Money Mike, I watched Tiff from the first time she came in the Millennials chat to now. It was interesting seeing her worm her way into this community, right? Life works drunk. Eli's on fire. Well, I'm just sharing the truth, Raleigh. I'm done with the garbage. I'm done with the fake instigated store-bought drama. This is all leading back to Silicone, which we know is the other dude, but I'm just going to call him Silicone from here on out. Christine, yes, she is Caroline. Quite frankly, if she sold out to Silicone and really did that, then she doesn't give a shit about Don either. She's exploiting Don and I. If you think, put a 1 in the chat if you think Tiffany selling out and taking money from Silicone is not only exploiting me, it's exploiting Don as well. That means she doesn't really care about Don. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you feel. I'm curious to know what the chat thinks. So is Tiff a gunner's angel? No, she might as well be. Unbelievable, you know? And this is something I started to pick up on when she was talking about Silicone initially. Okay. This is something that I was picking up on. Life works drunk with the 1999 super chat. Big round of applause for you, Mr. Raleigh. Big round of applause. My lady says hello to you all. You know, Dawn's vision is coming back. We've been figuring out the right medication for her, and weaning her off some of the meds, and she's back. Babe, it's so great to have you back in the chat. This is great. Like, I'm excited today. I'm really excited. Raleigh says, I heard that the Legion is getting really upset about the donations. LOL. Makes me want to donate more. Raleigh, do me a favor. Honestly, I appreciate your donations, but yeah, I mean, you don't have to donate that much just to make them upset. Like, honestly, dude, like, you don't even have to donate, Raleigh. You know, you can just be around without donating. I appreciate it, man. And I'm serious, Raleigh. I am. I don't want people to think that we're being nice to each other because of the money thing. Like, I think we're at the point right now where you and I can start to build a good friendship, Raleigh. I really think so. Everyone's putting the 1 in the chat again. Even Tia. Tia, God bless you. I'm really, really happy that people are seeing the truth and seeing the light here. Because Don and I have been working hard to build this thing. Harlem Shake. Tiff, you reap what you sow. Life works drunk. Good morning, Don. Don says thank you. Don is respectfully, maturely, and professionally. You're welcome, babe. You're welcome. Babe, can you tell me, how does the Shure SM7B sound on your phone? She hates it Don hates it when I talk about the microphones, you know. And babe, I've got the Shure SM7B. What is your microphone when we're in the studio? SM58. That's right, SM58. Yeah. We'll do a studio stream at some point soon, but I really like the on the couch shows with Don and I. It's more intimate. We're on the couch. We're right next to each other. It just seems more natural. Like the shows in the studio seem more produced. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me know what you folks think in the chat. The ones on the couch seem more genuine. I'm not saying the ones from the studio are not genuine, but the ones from the couch appear more genuine. It's all genuine, but they appear more genuine and authentic from the couch, you know? But thank you again, Raleigh, for your $19.99 super chat. Payment to Eli to stay top sponsor. Whoa. It says, be the first one to reply to this super chat. Your message will appear here. Thanks, Raleigh. I responded to the super chat. Oh, YouTube is making this a lot of fun now with the super chats. You can thumb up, you can like a super chat now. You can also respond to the super chat with a comment. I'm excited. My woman is here. She's chatting. Like, my woman is here and she's understanding what's going on. It's like, oh man. Don and I will be doing another members only live stream either on either tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday. All right, listen. I got to take a quick break, and then I'm going to read some comments. I'm going to come back for another 30 or 45 minutes and read some comments. But Dawn is still up. I want to go say hi to her real quick. Life Works Drunk says, I like the more intimate settings because it's more humanizing, and the connection with the audience is better. You're right, Raleigh. Absolutely. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that, Raleigh. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. Money Mike says, is the internet still 1,000 up, 1,000 down? Of course, dude. It's AT&T fiber, 1,000 up, 1,000 down. But, about a year ago, they added a few other packages in my area and many other areas that AT&T fiber services. We can get up to 5,000 up and down right now. So, you can get 2,000 up and 2,000 down, 5,000 up or 5,000 down, or 1,000 up and 1,000 down. And the bottom line is, I don't need more than 1,000 up, 1,000 down. There's 3 people here. Like, that's a shit ton of bandwidth. Now, if we had like 20 people living here, then we'd get 5,000 up and 5,000 down. And I think that's 180 a month. The 2,000 up and down is, I think it's like 110 or 120 a month. And I pay 80 a month for 1,000 up, 1,000 down. I've never had problems. Double helix? Oh, okay. Oh, you want some helix? I swear to God, that's got to be asystole. I missed that, dude. Money Mike, Money Mike. Oh man. Tia says, Dawn looked the best. I've seen her last night. She always looks nice. She just had a dazzle about her. I think you meant to say last night, Tia. Yeah, I get it. No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Dawn got that dress. I don't remember where she bought it from. Dawn is a part of some mailing lists, or she knows how to get specials on high quality stuff like I do. So yeah, that dress and everything else was just wow. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and queue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Thank you again, Raleigh, for your $19.99 super chat. Much appreciated. Let me see here. All right, music is all queued up. Raleigh says, I have AT&T fiber as well, 1,000 up and down. Yeah, it is great, Raleigh, isn't it? Raleigh, it's so reliable. Like, I'm sure you've had DSL in the past or cable, and it would go down every now and then. Like fiber is so reliable. Fiber, everyone will have fiber at some point. They're going to replace copper wire everywhere, including in rural areas. But it's going to probably take another 20 to 30 years before everyone gets fiber. But at some point, when everyone in the world is fiber connected, oh my God, we're going to be more connected and more addicted to the net than we already are. You know what I mean? Money Mike says, I have no Wi-Fi. I am able to just use cellular on my phone, and I also have cell service on my iPad. Okay, all right. All right, folks, stick around. We'll be right back. Ethan Mixo and Double Helix. Here we go.
You have magic.
right, we are back. We are back. We are back live. Yes, this is Ethan Mixell and March On. I love the Ethan Mixell guitar. Yeah. All right, we are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2. Authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it very raw and real at the same time. If you missed the first part of the show, you're going to want to go back and check out the replay. I had to share my thoughts about something here, and I've pretty much had enough with all the store-bought, fake instigated drama. You know, I just got to say this, you know, I just can't believe how far one middle-aged man that received a large inheritance is going to take things. And, you know, it's like at some point, dude, this is old, man. Like, it's so old. It's so apparent. It's so obvious. It's the same MO. You know, when somebody's been supporting myself and Don for a while, then all of a sudden you pay them what, like $2,500 or whatever it is. And then all of a sudden they start like going the opposite way. They start doing things that don't make sense. Do you not think that it's not easy to put two and two together and to see a repetitive pattern after a period of time where the same thing keeps happening? I mean, come on, man. Come on, dude. Seriously, man. And you know, in the memory of your mother and father, dude, to be spending their money to try to destroy one innocent man on the internet that just wants to run his coaching channel with his girlfriend. I mean, come on, dude. How pathetic is that, dude? How pathetic is that, man? Seriously. I want to ask the chat one more time here, and I want to poll my chat honestly. If you think this is store-bought, fake instigated drama. Now, I'm not getting paid. I'm the victim here, and these people are trying to flip it using reverse manipulation, or severe reverse manipulative tactics. If you feel this is that, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel this is all store-bought, fake, instigated drama. That's all it is. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 if you think otherwise. Anyway. In the chat, they're talking about printers, HP's, brother printers. I have an old HP 990 CSE, and it still works great. I love it. And I can still find compatible ink for it to, you know, occasionally print stuff that I need occasionally printed nowadays. I pretty much use Adobe PDF for most things and digitally sign things, but for whatever I need to print, my old HP 990 CSE printer that is like 24 years old now still works great. And I have an HP all-in-one machine that I use for, you know, scanning and stuff like that. So, yeah. Interesting conversation in the chat. I'm not going to go through it. You folks can read it here live or on the replay. You can read that. 1 in the chat by LifeWorks Drunk, Lucy 1. So far, we've had nothing but 1s here. I'm really saddened by this tiff. I really am. Harlem Shake 1. I'm really saddened. I am. And you can come back and try to spin the narrative any way you want. I don't care. I'm not paying attention to your streams anymore. I'm not paying attention to your community wall. I don't hate you, Tiff. I don't. But honestly, you know, I can come out and say I'm not surprised that you did this, but I was kind of hoping you wouldn't, you know, stoop down to this level. I figured you were starting to turn things around for the better. Freddie says 2. Well, who are you, Freddie? Are you a troll? Tell me, Freddie, why do you think it's a 2? Freddie, I'm going to take a look at your account and see if you started it today. July 13th, 2013. Wow, you've been around for a while, Freddie. Tell me why, Freddie. Money Mike, yes, I only need to print like 2 or 3 times a year. Yeah. Lucy says I'm multitasking but listening. Thank you so much, Lucy. Much love, much appreciation. All right. So I'm going to read some comments that were left under that community posting where Tiffany shared the one part of our conversation that was most damning to her audience or most damning to what Silicone and JB wanted her to put out. More so Silicone, because Silicone's the one, making the payments here. And Granny's watching. Granny, Jess, how are you? I hope you hear what I'm saying here, and I hope somebody makes you aware of this or you find this part of the stream on your own. I'm going to respond to you, Granny, because I think you're a good person and I think you mean well. But I think you're not really understanding what's going on here. Maybe you do. I hope you do. But here's what Granny mentioned underneath that community posting of the screenshot of the conversation that Tiffany and I were having. Granny says, one thing I've repeatedly heard about Eli is that he'll screw over anyone, even those with good intent who supported him fully. Several times now I've heard him disrespect you. I'm surprised it's taking you this long, to be honest. Disrespect me, Granny? Granny, would you like me to put out the entire conversation that Tiffany left out under this posting that you commented on, where she selectively put out one part of our conversation that appeared like I was being a bad person, where it was taken out of context, or again, it was selective sharing? Would you like me to do that? Would you like me to email you the conversation, Granny? Granny, seriously, because if honestly you think I'm trying to harm anyone and you're not realizing what's going on here, then I don't know what to tell you, Granny. I don't know what to tell you, Jess. I'm a good dude, and so is my girlfriend. And we're tired of all this fake instigated drama bullshit. And if you can't see that this is fake, especially after everything you've been through, okay, I don't know what to tell you. I don't screw anyone over. These people have been fucking with myself and my money for years. People are being paid, and now your girl here, Tiff, is on the payroll too. And then Tiff says, I'm an idiot, LOL. No, you're just playing it off. You're playing it off for Silicone. Tiff, you're a sellout. You sold out. You sold your soul. You sold your soul for a little bit of money to come at me for no reason. Caroline says, at Tiff, I'm shocked. You really were good for him, and especially Don. Well, Caroline, you're here now in my chat. You made a comment there. Do you take that back, or do you still feel that way, or do you now understand what's going on, Caroline? You're right there. You're in the chat, Caroline. You made a posting there, and you were going to bat for Tiff, but now it seems like after hearing me present my case regarding what Tiff left out, are you changing your tune? Of course, Tiffany would share your conversation, but she didn't share the whole thing. I wish she would have shared the whole thing. I wish she would have shared the whole thing because it would bring more context to it. Like I shared the parts she didn't share, but I didn't show it. I just talked it out. Freddie says Tiffany does not have to be paid. This is her pattern. Yeah, but I think she is getting paid. I think she is getting paid, and so does everyone else, except you. Caroline says, yeah, to what? Are you realizing that maybe you're being played by them too? Do you understand? Like, Tiffany's playing all of you. And I'd like to think that Jess is just not unaware of the situation, but Jess is a lot smarter than that. I don't know. I don't know where Granny stands. Raleigh says, I don't know why there's so many old cam girls on YouTube now. I don't know. I don't know, Raleigh. I don't know what to say, man. I don't. Caroline says no. What do you mean, Caroline? What do you say no about? Can you be more specific? Because you made a comment under that posting. Miss Brazy, at Tiff, no, you're not. She's not an idiot, but neither am I. She's being paid to play the role and to try to mess with me for fake instigated store-bought cringy lolcow content. Rockhaven 11, I 100% agree with Granny. You guys are so dumb and naive. Meow OG 216 at Tiff Tiff, you are not an idiot. No, she's not. But neither am I. Neither am I. You're not going to play your games on me. You're not. Or Don or anyone. But honestly, the fact that you're selling out or you've sold out, like, it basically discredits all of the nice things you said to my lady Dawn. Dawn, honestly, Dawn, you really hurt Dawn, Tiff. You really did. If you really even care, which I don't think you do, if you really care about Dawn, then you will publicly apologize for all this garbage. Because, and we don't expect it, but unless you publicly apologize and just come clean, like you really hurt Dawn. I don't care if you hurt me. I'm a dude. I can handle it. But you hurt Dawn because you really led her to believe that you truly support her. That's really a horrible thing to do, Tiff. It really is. Hey, Granny, how you doing? I'm not buying it, Granny. The conversation she put out had nothing to do with my comment. I have listened to you insult Tiffany several times now, as well as others. I'm not saying you're not a good dude and it's not fake, but Granny, I respect what you did to protect yourself from the other person that was doing the same thing to you that he's done to me. You understand that? But Tiffany's getting paid. She's not going to tell you or anyone else she's getting paid. That's part of the agreement, Granny. I know Granny's a fighter, but so am I and so is Dawn. Granny, I still have you moderated here. I respect you and your work, and I always will. But don't think for a second that this whole thing with Tiff isn't true. This is all fake, store-bought, instigated drama. It leads back to the same group of people that you were defending yourself from until you got the RO. Yeah, I mean, look, we don't have to say these nasty things in the chat here. What does your comment have to do with? Because all I've ever done is try to help people, Jess. And all I've ever done is defend myself against the BS of the fake instigated store-bought drama. Nope, you didn't expect me to see your comment. You sure felt confident when you didn't think I was in the chat. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Raleigh? I'm here to support Eli and not argue in the chat. Okay, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, we don't need to have a side argument here. Like, we're all grown adults here, for Christ's sake. Now, there was some other area where now that you're here, Jess, the live stream that Tiff did yesterday, Fake Instigated Drama Inc. Ponzi scheme. I'm not a part of a Ponzi scheme. I've never been paid by anyone, and I've never done anything fake. Everything I've done has been real. But you mentioned in the chat towards the end of the stream that Tiffany did yesterday. Silicon got to ya. Just kidding. No, you're not kidding, Jess. You nailed it there. It's definitely a beneficial merry-go-round for all. I don't blame Eli for benefiting off it, but Dawn seems truly upset. No, Dawn was here earlier. Dawn is not happy with Tiff and what she did. because Dawn feels, I talked to Dawn on the break, and Dawn feels that Tiffany doesn't really care about her. Because if you're going to sell out for money to come at, my woman's man, she's going to feel bad about that. But thank you for that, Granny's watching. You said silicone got to you. You're much smarter than that, Jess. You're a very smart person. You know how to play this YouTube game. And I'm not saying you're playing a game. You're a good creator. You're building something like I am. And you're doing great. You're doing better than all of us. I'm proud of you. So you know what's going on here. It's definitely a beneficial merry-go-round for a while. I don't blame Eli for benefiting off it, but Dawn seems truly upset. Well, here's the thing. You did the same thing that I'm doing to defend yourself, which is why you were able to save your channel and continue to grow it, and now you're doing phenomenal. You tackled the Legion situation head on. You did. And I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of what you've made of yourself, Jess. Seriously. You got a good family. You're taking care of your kids. Like, honestly, I'll pat you on the back. I know you're not asking for a pat on the back, but I'll pat you on the back. And yeah, I hear you say, oh, Eli is very entertaining. I'm not trying to be entertaining. I'm sharing the truth. If me being truthful and emphasizing my words with passion and conviction, if that's entertaining to you, then so be the fuck it, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I took a screenshot, Raleigh, F you. Come on. Harlem Shake, sounds like Tip is reading off a script and being given talking points. She is. And so was Jenny. Remember Jenny S? When she was on the other lady's show after, she came over here, shared the story about her husband, accusing her husband of cheating on her. And then she goes over to the other channel, the other lady's channel, Miss T, and basically records a 4-part, I think it was a 3 or 4-part audio pre-recorded that sounded so scripted. Like, this is all store-bought. These people have, like, it's funny. Silicone is now paying people money that have no YouTube experience and have to read off a script. And you can tell when people are reading off a script. You know what I mean? I know this won't go down well, but this chat has really gone down. Why be so rude? People are playing into the drama that others start. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just defending Don and I. Like, I hope you don't think I'm instigating this. I mean, what's going on between, Granny and Raleigh in the chat is on them. Raleigh says, if you ladies are this sensitive, you're going to have a hard time being around me. I apologize, but I ain't changing. Granny says, the only way for it to stop is to stop acknowledging it, but at this point, it has become beneficial for you too, right? Which is how it should be if it's going to happen regardless. Here's the thing, Granny. You were in the same position I was in. It was affecting your pocketbook. You had to talk about it. I had to talk about it because, in essence, they were literally destroying what we were building. If I didn't tackle this head on, and if you didn't tackle it head on your end, we would have both been out of business. Period. End of story. So I really didn't want to tackle it head on, and I don't think you did either. But and we both tried to handle it the reasonable way. Hey, dude, just stop. Hey, dude, just stop. Hey, dude, just stop. But the problem, Granny, is it's all store-bought and paid for by Silicone, which you know who that is. I don't have to say that anymore. This whole thing boils down to one man that got a large amount of money, inherited from his parents when they passed away. And now he's been paying people to do this type of stuff. So you had to tackle it head on. You did. And so did I. Funny is making a light troll comment stating confidently someone has, yeah, isn't funny. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. We got 93 in the box, 9 thumbs up. Folks, please smash the thumbs up and share this out. Smash the thumbs up. Come on. If you're not going to show me love, show Don some love. Show Don some love. Hit the damn thumbs up. Granny says, thank you, chat. He didn't have the power to destroy me respectfully. I agree with you. That's what I was telling you back then. I was really trying to get through to you, but you were right all along. Like, I honestly learned how to handle this because I was watching how you handled it. Now, I disagree with how you handled it at first because I also thought that we should have ignored this, but you tackled it head on, and look where it's taken you. I have no doubt in my mind, Jess, you're making way more money than he is, and he doesn't like that. I'm proud of you. You're making way more money than he is. Ad revenue, donations. You're taking care of your kids, your family. I'm proud of you. I'll tell you what, it was between watching how you handled it and how it ended up working for you that led me down this path of handling it this way, Granny. And also what Tiffany's boyfriend told me when we talked on the phone. He inspired me. Now, I don't know what Jeff thinks about all this stuff that's going on, but I had a great conversation with Jeff, and he inspired me to handle things differently out here. And ever since I had that call with him, everything's turned around. But also, watching how you handled it and turned it around, I took notes there too. I think that's what Tiff got tired of. Glitter and gloss. I can't find humor in a lot of things, but that is definitely not a joking matter. Yeah. What did Tiff get tired of? I don't understand. What did Tiff get tired of? All I've ever said about Tiff and her man is that he's a good dude. Like, how in the world, why in the world would saying the man that a woman is with is a good dude and we like your man? Like, why would that piss her off? Granny has beauty and brains. Don't mess with her. Okay. I got my own woman, okay? Caroline, I know, that was great. I got my own woman. I'm a one-woman man. One woman's enough for me, okay? But I love Dawn. There's no one like Dawn. Dawn is the most unique woman on the planet. She's funny. She's beautiful. She's just, God, man. Her and her dogs, like, man, they've made my life very fun and interesting. How did Jeff and Eli get to be phone buddies? Well, Tiffany connected me with him. She connected me with Jeff. Tiffany says you're keeping it going. I don't know who you're directing that to, Tia. Maybe it's the Raleigh and Granny thing. Oh boy. All right. Hey Sandra, how you doing? Tia says Lucy Granny can fight her own battles. How's it going, Sandra? Great to see you on the Members Only Live last night. Same with you, Tia. It was a great show. We really enjoyed doing that show. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take one more quick break, and then I'm going to come back and read some comments from the Fake Instigated Drama Inc. Ponzi Scheme show. Because people like to run their mouth over BS that's not true. This is why when people, try to paint me as a bad person when I've done nothing wrong, and they do it in a way where it comes out believable, I have to defend myself and Don and both of our honor. Told you, Eli, you have to remember there's a 1 minute delay between what we type in. I know. I hear you. What I say and what goes out, actually, right? That's why I ask. So if you folks want to just, write at, I know on the iPhone and Android, you cannot tag anyone in. You can only do it on the computer. I hope they fix that one day where we can all just tag, whoever we're directing a comment to. So that way the channel owner knows who's being addressed. Glitter and Gloss, I don't know all the details, but asking respectfully, why would she announce the money offer if she was going to join in? Wouldn't she keep it secret? Absolutely. But we're also not going to play into the game, Glitter and Gloss. If she's getting paid by Silicone, she's under a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA, to not say anything. So, she's got to keep it quiet, but at the same time, I'm not going to go on panels or have somebody be a moderator here that's pretending to hate me. Now, maybe there's some truth to to that, where she actually may truly not like me to a certain extent, realistically, but I think she's being paid to hate me more than she probably really does. And I'm not going to be a part of that. No, what Tiff is doing is deflecting, and she's basically, she's trying to use the Jeff thing as an excuse to continue coming at me, because that's what she's being paid for, Pristine. Pristine says, Tiff had a live about your life talking about her and Jeff. That's what pissed her off and why we're here now. She said you made content out of what the Legion was doing. She's not taking money. I think she is taking money from Silicone at this point. And a lot of other people think so as well. And here's the thing. All I did was defend her. I said it's BS that the Legion kept doing that. I defended her. I've said nothing but nice things about Jeff being a great guy. So what is the problem, Pristine? Does she just not want people to even say nice things about Jeff? Because if that's the case, then I got to question other things. And I don't want to do that. Like honestly, I've said nothing but nice things. If she shared the rest of that conversation that she put on her community tab, she shared one small portion of it on her community wall. And I, at the beginning of this show, shared what was said before and after that to bring more context to it. I said nothing but nice things about her and Jeff, but she's not going to put that out because she's being paid to be mean to me. Do you understand that? At my interview last Friday, I had to sign an NDA. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow, Mike. Christine, the owners are both lawyers. LOL. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take a quick break and then come back and go over a few more comments. All right. Music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for a quick break. I'll be back in just about maybe 3 minutes or so, 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll go to the final part of the show. Stick around. We'll be right back. are back live. We are back live. Yeah. Gunnar Olson with Press Pass from the YouTube audio library. We're just going to scratch it. Yeah. Welcome back to the show, everyone. All right. I'm looking at the chat here. Give me a second here. There was an interesting comment that came through. Lucy says, Tiffany has been through a lot with the Legion and all. Hope everything can work out. It seems people get entertainment out of y'all going at each other. Well, yes, but I'm not entertained by it, and I've never wanted to be a part of it. My only issue was the fact that they were all simulcasting my live streams, and then they started simulcasting my members-only live streams. And that's just not right, okay? It became an issue of content theft for myself. That's all I really ever cared about. So, now that that's going a different route, then, that's cool. I don't care if people make reaction videos, all they want and take small excerpts, small portions and comment on them. But when they rebroadcast every one of your live streams, and then they go as far as buy a membership on your channel and then rebroadcast your paywall content. I mean, come on, seriously, what are you supposed to do about that, right? I've been through the same thing with them. I've been through the exact same thing that Tiffany's been through with them. And we related to that. And, I really do think at the end of the day that Tiff's a good person. But I also know that she's got her family to take care of, and she's got her kids, right? And she wants to do something nice for her kid, and she even mentioned she needed money to take care of her kid. I think her kid's birthday's coming up. So if someone out of the blue offers her like $2,500 to talk shit about me, that's an easy payday where she can take care of her kid. Now, good for you that you can take care of your kid, but is it cool to take care of your kid at my expense? Like, I'd rather, send her some money and, give her a donation instead of her taking money from someone that's paying people to, to not be friends with them anymore or to not be nice to them anymore. Lucy, when you say exactly, tell me, what do you mean by that? I know that there's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out, Let me make sure the sound is still okay. Give me a second. And she wants to do something nice for her kid, and she even mentioned she needed money to take care of her kid. I think her kid's birthday's coming up. So, my whole thing is this, okay? My whole thing is this. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just saying that, look, if you're in a relationship with a man that loves you and he's got a lot of money, and it's not even about the money, but he's got a lot of money, and he loves the woman, he would take care of that for her. Why would she need to sell out, to a person that's paying people to hate people when she may not really hate that person, right? Why would she sell out to that instead of, letting the man that she's in the relationship with help her take care of the kids? Because when you're dating someone, everything that comes along with you is a part of their life too. When you date someone, you accept everything that they have, including their kids, or you don't accept them at all. So, this whole thing does not make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me, right? Unless there's something I'm missing, and I don't want to go there. I don't want to say something else that it could be. I think everyone else here can put two and two together and figure out what I really don't want to say. But this whole thing is just not making sense, right? But if you're going to come out here on the internet where I'm trying to run my business with my lady professionally, and you're going to like do underhanded shit when initially you were supporting us, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to defend myself and defend Dawn and defend my honor and her honor as well. Who wouldn't do that in our shoes? Money Mike, if anyone paid their dues to get into this community, it is Tiff. She had to pretend to be attracted to the purple pill incel. Pristine, I don't agree with any of those guys, those people streaming. Right. No, I agree. Yeah, thank you for that. All right, let's read some comments here from the fake instigated Drama Inc. Ponzi scheme. I bet you were paid to do this stream too, Tiff. So let's go ahead and sort these by newest first, okay? I'm not spreading lies, JB. That's what she wrote to me. So if anyone is lying, it's her. So Gunner, I am reading this, Gunner. I don't care. I responded to you via video, 30 seconds, in regards to your claims that I asked anyone, including Tiff, for their number. Stop spreading lies. I'm not spreading lies. All I read was what she wrote to me that she didn't put out as part of her screenshot conversation, that she put out part of it. So I'm not spreading any lies. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not. All I was reading was what she told me. I think she gave you her number because I think Silicone is paying her, and because you're a part of that, you know, now she's getting in with you folks as part of the fake instigated drama. That's what I think. So I'm not blaming you for anything, dude, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. Ginger, I figured this out about 18 months ago. Welcome. You went off on my stream. You were trash talking me as a moderator in my chat, Ginger, almost 2 years ago. That's why you got removed. This is at this Mel. Now that's a truth bomb? Nope. Hocus Pocus, I think you are right on a lot of it. I got a couple of friends that feel sorry for him and really want success for him, but he's been rude to them. I'm not rude to anyone. I'm defending myself against your bullshit accusations and your fake instigated store-bought content. That's all. How's that being rude? I'm defending myself. I want to pull the chat in here. If you feel I'm defending myself and not being rude, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel I'm being rude and obnoxious, put a 2. I want to pull the chat. How do you think I'm handling the situation here? Do you feel that I am defending myself? Put a 1 in the chat. If I'm defending myself and not being rude, or if you think I'm being rude and disrespectful, put a 2 in the chat. I want to pull the chat and see what they say. I'm not allowing any alts in here. Crazy Crown Karen. People are just being real. So if you don't like what's going on here, where I'm just defending myself, then you can just leave. And Savannah, you've been removed from the channel. You're no longer welcome here because of what you said here. Savannah, 15 hours ago, said, girl, take it from someone that has been around here for years. Remember to watch patterns, including Eli. What patterns of me defending myself against your fake store-bought instigated drama? From knowing GLM for years, you either learn to accept Eli as flawed and has a repeated pattern of behavior, or stay away. How am I flawed? What's wrong with my behavior? I'm defending myself against fake store-bought instigated drama and defending the honor of myself and my girlfriend. Get the hell out of here, Savannah. You're never welcome back. I, however, don't take him or anything on here seriously. You shouldn't either. Well, we are a real channel, Don and I, and we're here to create real content. And if you don't want to take us seriously, then so be it. You're gone anyways. You're removed. And then Patty put in there and said, stop with the logic or you will be permanently banished to the closet. Looks like you have found the meaning of life. On a serious note, I think doing a presentation of copyright in crayon may do the trick. That was pretty funny, Patty. Pretty funny. We're getting a lot of ones in here. Raleigh 1, TL 1, Mike S 1, Lucy 1. Yeah. And we got a stock account in here that puts a bunch of 2s. Life Works Drunk says, clearly the community is responding in a positive way because you are getting a huge amount of people in your chat. Well, because they're tired of all the fake instigated store-bought drama, Raleigh. Raleigh, let me ask you honestly, do you think this community is finally tired of the fake instigated store-bought drama where people are paid to intentionally hate people when they really don't? Just because one guy that got a large inheritance from his family when they passed away has a hate boner for me. Senator Palacio, it is the way you present yourself, Eli. I wish to not discuss here. I have lots to say. Sandra, you know, you're one of the few people that doesn't like how I'm handling this. This is the only way to handle it. I'm not going to go out of business because some people are accepting money to trash myself and to make so much noise to where it makes the general public think there's something wrong. I have to tackle this head on. I have no other choice. Donna says, the question is, LifeWorks Drunk, that how many people here are genuinely supportive of Eli and aren't being disingenuous? Okay, let me put this in the chat here. Let me pull the chat here. If you genuinely support both Don and I, put a 1 in the chat. And I'm not going to even ask for 2s because that doesn't matter. Okay? If you genuinely support Don and I outside of all of this, put a 1 in the chat. Well, there are always going to be lots of socks everywhere. At Meg Healy 7244 says, hey, babe, I respect you. I'm not a life coach, LOL, but I can give you a hint. Normal people that just watch for entertainment will understand. This YouTube shit is like a pantomime. Whoever's in the audience says, look behind you. The creator turns around and no one is there. It goes on during the whole show. Don't get so invested, sweetheart. Pay for your entry fee. Enjoy the show. Then go and have a great meal. Go to bed with your man. Have a surf. Take Teddy, and 3 days later, you only have a memory of it, so make it a good memory. Well, here's the thing. Meg Healy, not everyone out here is a drama channel. There are people that are creating real content like me that these hate groups have infiltrated because they're being paid to do it. That's all that's happening here. That's what you folks aren't seeing. Hitomi Honda, you've been gone from my end for a while. God forbid if people make money on YouTube, this madness has to stop. That wasn't a bad comment there. And then at this, Mel says, it's not about making money on YouTube. It is about how the money is made. I agree. When you're paying people to trash talk you on purpose when they didn't want to in the first place, that creates issues. When people choose to exploit others to create drama for monetized content, they've lost the argument and shown themselves for who they are. I'm going to give you a big round of applause. You nailed it. So in essence, you're calling out Silicone and James and JV Gunner and all these people that have sold out to accepting payment from Silicone to come at myself and others. That's a great comment there. We got lots of ones in the chat. People genuinely supporting. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Tia, Lucy, Toe Jam, Lifeworks Drunk. Thank you so much. People won't be honest here, Eli, but actions speak louder. I think they're being honest, Donna. I think the people that are putting ones are being honest. I think Tia's honest. I think you're honest. You know, I think they're honest. Told you, Eli, I support you, but this is my soccer account to avoid your trolls and haters from coming after my main channel. So, Toe Jam, have I known you for a long time? How long have I known you for? Like, you're probably not going to tell me who you are, even by email. But so basically, how long have you known about me? And are you former Legion? And I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, you just don't want to be attacked. I get it. I get it. Donna says, nothing will convince me that two people last night aren't soft trolling. Saying Don looks thirsty was a pretty low blow. Yeah, I agree, Donna. That's awful. Money Mike says, Toe Jam, good idea if you have a channel you want to protect. Sandra Palacios says, I never told you I don't agree how you're handling the situations. That's your interpretation, and that's what gets the people. Okay, then I apologize, and my apologies, because it kind of sounded like you're taking the opposite approach. I'm glad you cleared it up, and thank you for that, Sandra. I'm really glad you cleared it up. Thank you. Donna, that's what I mean, Pristine. I don't think Eli always realizes these nasty digs. No, I do realize them, but you got to understand. You gotta let a little bit of it go. Saying Don looks thirsty, it could be perceived many ways. And it doesn't necessarily mean that she's being called a drunk or anything. I mean, if she's drinking something on camera like I am, and people say that, I mean, that's not that big of a deal. You got to let some stuff slide. You can't like micromanage everything. You know what I mean? I don't agree. Like, there are people here who are playing. Okay. Toe Jam sounds like GLM respectfully. Maybe it is her. Okay, cool. Not Legion, says Toe Jam. The person who said that was in your member stream. Yeah, no, I know. I know that. I saw that. Thank you. Lucy says, Eli, same here. Trying to protect myself from these unhinged people. Okay. So lots of people want to be supportive here, but they're coming in on soccer accounts, which, great. We appreciate your support. But should you have to hide because you're afraid of what the Legion's going to do to you or what these people are going to do to you? Life Works Drunk, LOL, I'm good at the game sometimes. Okay. Oh, man. And then MJ Bodie makes a comment and says, of course, none of it is real. Well, Don and I are real, but the rest of it's fake instigated drama. And this is why people think we're not real, because these people have been paid to come at us, and all we've been trying to do is defend ourselves and move on from it. That whole community is nothing but trolls and liars, always has been. Eli loves this stuff. No, I don't, MJ. I don't love this stuff. Meanwhile, the people without character wax moral about Eli's lack of character as if you profit from it. It's an absurd parody of a parody. Why bother making cartoons when the whole place and everyone in it is a cartoon? Well, I don't want to be a part of that cartoon, MJ. And I've tried to do real content with you in the past, and you even flipped back and forth from that group. I tried to help you get away from them and create real content with myself and some other good people, but even you went back to them, dude. And now you're gone again. You keep flipping back. You're like RJ, MJ. You flip back. If you think MJ Bodie is a flip-flopper like RJ, put a 1 in the chat. I want to hear what you folks have to say. I'm going to call everyone out today. I'm tired of this garbage. If you think MJ Bodie, and I like you, MJ. I've never not liked you. And I appreciate what you've done for myself in the past. Okay? But you're flip-flopping. You gotta pick a side and stick to it. You got to stand for something and stick to it. Not change what you stand for based on who's accepting you at the current moment. I stand tall on what I believe in, regardless of where I go and whether people like it or not. I'm true to myself. You got to be true to yourself first. P.S. From a deeper, more spiritual or metaphysical perspective, is profoundly twisted and evil and should be avoided at all costs, but whatever. That's for each individual to discover on their own. And then Acts 15:31 says, you summed that up so good. Both sides make me sick, but the Eli haters have stewed in this toxicity that they go to a low level that is cruel and evil, and it dominates their lives. And Eli's a fool with no common sense. He's a punk too? No, I'm not. Thank you for your opinion. The difference with me, I can watch Eli cosplay Coach and do his daily self aggrandizing, pretending he's an alpha male with my woman, etc., and I don't go nuts or become hypocritical or lie or twist things like his haters do. Imagine stewing for years and all that negativity, that toxicity. Why does the other fake coach here get a pass? Hell, if I was JB, I'd make fun of Eli, Coach J, and Lycan. Look how many people with big channels hate Lycan. Eli isn't that big a draw. Really? I'm not the draw. I've always been the draw, dude. I'm saying that humbly. I came across a dude named Cobbs something or other. He'd do a video and get 300 or 400 views. Two different guys would mock him and get over 10,000 views every day. Whatever. It's all good. I'm continuing to build my channel and move forward. At the same time, if people try to get in my way, I'm going to plow right through you. But I'm going to call you out first and clear my name and Don's name and stand up for ourselves. That's it. And that's all that's worthy of commenting on. I'm about to wrap this up, folks. Get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air very soon. Sandra Palacio says, I support you and Don being here on this platform for discussions on the topics you present in your profile. You're right. I agree. But here's the thing, Sandra. When people are trying to destroy the audience I've built by leading them to believe that I've done or said something I didn't, I've got to stand up for it, or else we could lose people. We may still lose people. People may hear this and want to leave, but that's going to be up to them. At least I'm standing up for myself and for Don and what we both believe in, and I'll continue to do that. And that's a life coaching lesson within itself. But I understand, you're right. And we really want to get past all of this so we can 100% focus on doing streams like we did last night. The members only stream last night was great. What did you think about that stream last night, Sandra? The members only stream. Do you think it was pretty good? What do you think? I think that's exactly what was meant. It was a horrible thing to say. My heart went out to Dawn. Okay, well, she didn't get upset because she brushed that off. Not a big deal. But thank you for caring, ladies. We appreciate that. We do. Christine, I thought MJ left YouTube and went to TikTok. He's on both, but he's more so on TikTok now from what I hear. Christine, I've noticed that with MJ too. MJ Booty is the biggest clown on here. Christine, right, Lucy? Guys don't see it as bad, but we sure do. Well, that's because you ladies respond to everything emotionally, and guys just brush shit off. We're like, whatever. Not everything's a big deal. But no disrespect. We understand. I understand why you ladies see it that way. And yes, I get it. I get how it comes off. But Dawn's gotten stronger. Like her and I, we have very thick skin, and we've just learned to just ignore the crap and just focus on, what we're here to truly do. Donna says, clearing your name and Don's means not ignoring nasty comments, Eli. You will lose people if the integrity of the chat isn't preserved. Well, listen, Donna, I respect what you're saying, but we're not always going to see every comment. And as we continue to grow, the chat's going to be moving a lot faster, and we're not going to be able to address everything. And we may not even be able to focus on the chat much at all once it gets really big. Now, the members only live streams where they're more intimate, we'll always be able to focus on the paid members. But when it comes to the public chat, as we continue to grow, it's going to be harder to address everything or see everything. But I get what you're saying, respectfully. I really do. And thank you. I appreciate what you're saying. Money Mike Donna, we have told him for years to just open up the chat. Money Mike, Lycan is nothing without Eli. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. I think he is more than capable of creating actual content. That's up to him. You know, I wish him nothing but the best. I really do. There was something I wanted to respond to before I go off the air, and I'm forgetting here. I'm totally forgetting here. Give me a second here. I really want to say this before I go off the air. Sweetie Pie 5014 at Lucy. Sorry, needed to get my glasses. Donna says, open up the chat. Rational disagreement is not the same as allowing personal attacks, just my view. No, I understand that. But on another note, Donna, here's the thing. What one person may see as an attack, another person just sees as light trolling or just, some friendly, poking and prodding just to have a little fun. So there has to be a balance and some tolerance. I understand where you're coming from, but I also understand where, people that have the opposite opinion are coming from. So we'll try to figure out the right balance. That's what we're doing. We're trying to figure out the right balance. And I think we've gotten better, but we need to continue getting better. I totally get that. But thank you. Thank you for that. Much love, much appreciation. I'm forgetting one thing that I wanted to mention. And I cannot remember what it is. Anyway. Yeah, get your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just a few. We're like at 2 hours and 7 minutes, something like that. I had to dump the delay one time, so I think we're like at 2 hours and 7 minutes, right around there. Tia says, Donna, I totally agree. I would not engage in that. It is really interrupting. Yeah. Raleigh says, and using somebody as an example is not an attack. You're right. You're right. We're all public figures out here. If you're going to come out here on YouTube, you are subject to criticism and commentary. That's just the way it goes. And if you don't like it and can't handle it, then, this may not be the place for you. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, I can't remember what I wanted to say. Anyway, folks, I got to get going. I'm going to get some rest. It is 9:41 a.m. Eastern, 6:41 a.m. Pacific. Lots of love. There's plenty of content to catch up here. Again, the live stream, the members only live stream that Don and I did last night was phenomenal. Probably one of the best ones we did. Don was looking stunning. She was on point. It was a great topic on overcoming depression. We both shared some stories. Like the first 45, 50 minutes of the show, we were engaged in the chat and all, but then we got into it, like the last 30 minutes, we got into the topic, and it was just a really good time. So, if you want to catch the replay and also have access to future members-only live streams, you have several choices here. Okay. We have the members only chat package for $2.99, which will only allow you to chat in a members only chat where the actual live stream is publicly viewable. So on publicly viewable streams with members only live chats, that will cost you $2.99. I rarely do those. For $4.99, you will get access to the members only live streams, but only while they're live and the replays are not available. If you want the first two things I mentioned, the members only live chats while publicly live, or if you want the members only live streams while they're live, and you want the replays of the members only live streams and possible future members only pre-recorded videos, you're going to want to go with the $9.99 package. That'll get you everything. Sweetie Pie 5014 with the $149. Is that Australian? We're going to give you a big round of applause. And thank you again. That round of applause is also for you, LifeWorks Drunk, for the super chat that you sent earlier. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you, Sweetie Pie 5014. Very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. You folks have been very kind lately, and Dawn and I just have lots of love. Dawn, her vision's starting to clear up a bit as we wean her off some of the medication that may have been causing it. So she started chatting again. That was a surprise to see my own woman in the chat. I thought she was sleeping, but she got up, got on the stream, and was chatting. That was just awesome. So yeah, get your channel memberships, because Dawn and I are going to be going live either tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday with our next members only live stream on the couch with Dawn and Eli. All right, folks. We're leaving 80 in the box. 17 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and share this out, whether you're here live or on the replay. We love you all. I will be back later today for a Walking with Purpose stream, and then I'm going to take the rest of the day off. I'm probably going to do a Walking with Purpose stream probably in the early afternoon. So stick around. It's going to be a non-drama stream. We are going to be getting off the drama streams. I don't want to do these drama streams. I don't even want to consider them that. But like I said, if people are going to talk trash about me, that's going to affect me. Like if someone talks enough trash to the point of where, many channels share these postings and talk about it, and it affects Don and I, we're going to talk about it. To defend ourselves. But if one creator tries to poke at us every now and then, we're going to ignore that. But if somebody puts something out there that's not true, and then a lot of creators share it to try to, make us look bad, we're going to defend ourselves every time. But again, later today, this will be a non-drama stream. We're going to have a nice walk with a great topic. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.